Hauraki Big Show with Toledo's. From workdays to workouts, it'll fuel your thirst.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company on this glorious Wednesday afternoon. It is the 18th of March, 2026. And you, my friends, as always, listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Toledo's.
Rehydrate the right way with Toledo's natural electrolyte drink. Real ingredients and natural colours.
Drink it while the drinking's good.
Now we're talking.
What are you talking about, Keyzie? What do you mean now we're talking? That was crap.
Drink it while the drinking's good.
Now we're drinking.
That's better.
No, his one was way better.
No, well, it's 1 out of 10. But I tell you what's 10 out of 10. Stallion and Before My Eyes. The Greek Adonis. The one and only Mogey. How's life, mate?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you 600B. Hell of a time to be alive, I tell you what. Times are...
You just turned your mic off.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Times are... exciting times in the Mogey household, let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Exciting times, we'll get to all of that. How you going, Keyzie?
Hey.
Yes, I have a button-up shirt on which is open.
With a white singlet.
A white singlet.
So that makes me the Fonz.
Hey.
No, I'm going good, man. I've had a great day.
Yes.
Been out and about, strolling around the place. It's been great. Jace, I've been walking around the city.
Yes.
Very enjoyable.
It's great, isn't it?
Wouldn't move here.
Oh, come on,
I'll
man.
tell you what, though. You're right, though, aren't you, Keyzie? You walk around the street, sunny day.
Yep.
You feel a part of the city that you're in when you're getting around in the CBD.
Yep.
More than you do when you're out in the suburbs or anything like that. I find it really enjoyable.
Bloody oats, fellas. I'm loving it.
But I also don't want to be like a corporate person coming in here every day into an office. But when I do come into the city and go for a walk and get lunch, and
Can't eat 40 dumplings.
15. 15 dumplings. Going out for dinner tonight, saving my appetite.
Actually, that's probably why you should never move to the city, Keyzie.
Why?
Because you'd be dumpling boy.
Dumpling boy.
You would be. I see you sitting on the street there, homeless, and you've got a little sign made out of cardboard, and it just says, "Dumplings, please, sir."
Not coins. Spicy dumplings.
We'll do anything for dumplings.
Yes, that's him.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, Mogey.
That makes sense.
What's coming up on the show?
Yeah, Mogey.
What's happening on the Big Show with old Mogey?
Got some really interesting stuff around the Radio Award submissions coming up later in the show. Also, some financial chat with editor-at-large.
Business editor-at-large.
Business editor-at-large, Liam Dan. At-large means that he doesn't have to wear a tie.
Yes.
So I thought that was very interesting.
Just on that, it's very interesting after 5. We're going to have a chat with Liam, and it's for people that might have some money in stocks or are worried about their Kiwi savers at the moment.
Yeah.
Just trying to get a bit of clarity around what you should do.
So we're talking to all of those people out there that have got heaps of spare money lying around.
No, just everyday people, man.
Your Keyzies.
Keyzie saver, I call it.
And coming up next, I've got a bit of breaking news.
Oh, how exciting. Kick off with a bit of blur. Let's do it.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Powderfinger there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this glorious Wednesday afternoon. The time is 11 minutes past 4 o'clock, which means it's time for this.
This is breaking news.
Wow.
Well, pretty exciting stuff there, fellas. No real way to say it except to say old Mogey has got another kid on the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Bit of a shock.
Wowza.
Bit of a shock.
Congratulations, brother.
Thanks, mate. Bit of a surprise, obviously.
Yes.
Getting a bit long in the tooth, old Mogey. But there you go.
God, it just feels like it's baby fest at the moment.
Why?
Absolute baby fest.
How? Because obviously, Mogey.
Yeah.
Were you trying for a second? Or?
No.
No, not okay.
Nah.
Cool.
Nah.
Can I ask you, man, how did you find out?
A bit weird, actually. My daughter actually told me.
Really?
My daughter told me.
Mogey
Minogue this morning. This is this morning. She comes in and tells me. Breaks the news to me.
She did breaking news.
She did breaking
Wow.
news on me. Yeah. So I was pretty bloody shocked and I said, well, she said, that we're having another kid. I said, what are you talking about? And she said, Mum's been saying that we're going to adopt. That we're going to adopt another kid. I said, well, that's news to me. She said, yep, true story. I said, okay. So I rang my wife, and my wife said she didn't know anything about it. So I'm a little bit, I don't know what's going on really, but I can't see that Mogey Minogue would lie to me.
No.
So, yeah. So not the traditional route. But
Wait, sorry, I'm so
not at all.
confused. What's going on? So your daughter...
So I'm sitting there working. My daughter comes in. She says to me, we're having another kid. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, Mum said, we're going to adopt a kid.
Right, it's okay, you're adopting a kid, great.
And I said, well, she hasn't spoken to me about it. So I ring my wife and I say, Mogey Minogue's just told me that we're adopting a kid. I said, nice to find out.
Well, it's good to know.
She said, well, it's news to me as well. I said, well, she's telling me, so it must be true. So, yeah.
Well, congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
That is... Whew,
So wait, hang on. So are you...
that is...
This is so confusing. No, this is obviously very exciting. I think it's very exciting. So you're adopting a kid.
Well, yeah. According to my 6-year-old, yeah.
But your wife doesn't know.
She doesn't know anything about it.
You don't know about
Well, she's saying she doesn't know. I don't know who to believe, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably believe...
I'd go with Mogey Minogue on that.
Really? You'd rather believe the 6-year-old?
Yes.
Well,
Who's
she
very-
can't. Well, the thing about it is, and the reason why I'm more inclined to believe my daughter is because she can't keep a secret,
yes.
whereas my wife can.
Right, so you think your wife would secretly adopt a child without telling
Well,
you?
it's looking that way. Yeah.
Well, it's not a secret anymore, is it?
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, totally, man.
Cool.
Wow. Well, that is...
I'm so...
That is some of the biggest breaking news I think we've ever had on this show.
I don't know what's going on.
That is... Congratulations. I mean...
Thanks,
I hugged
man.
you earlier. I don't...
Give us your thoughts. Or if you want to send congrats to old Mogey on 3483, that is a real turn up for the books.
Is it? Because it feels like nothing's happening. 3483 if you want to send through your congratulations.
Is she hard?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Killers there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. The time is 25 minutes past 4 o'clock, and boy, oh boy, what a bombshell on the old Big Show.
It wasn't a bombshell. It was confusing as...
A massive bombshell, some breaking news.
It was some breaking news. Mogey announced... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Mogey, I'm going to read out the transcript of our group chat. Okay. Mike Minogue comments at 1:47 p.m. today.
Yeah.
Breaking news, Mogey has got another kid on the way. The irony isn't lost on him. I respond straight away, really, ? Double exclamation mark. And you say, apparently, full stop. And I say, holy F, brother, congrats, XX.
Yeah.
And then you do an emoji of a face melting and then say, bit less sleep for old Mogey. And then everyone in the group congratulates you, congratulates your family. And then you come on air and you say you're having another
Jase
child.
didn't.
I didn't, thank you.
Yeah, but that's because you never congratulate people on anything like that. So honestly, that wasn't out of character. I was like, of course, Jase probably just doesn't care.
Hey, you know how stoked I am about the upcoming birth of little Keyzie.
Well, hang on. Can we just keep it focused on this imaginary child before my one, please? So you then go on here and say that you're having another kid because your daughter told you that you're adopting, but then when you talk to your wife about it, she didn't know what she was talking about.
No.
So are you adopting a child?
Well, according to my 6-year-old, yeah.
But according to you, no, not that you've heard.
Not according to, well, my wife doesn't know. Well, she's saying she doesn't know anything about it, but she does like surprises. So, as I said, I don't know who to believe.
Right. Okay.
Well, I just, that,
But, hey, look, if true, big news.
Huge if true.
That is massive news, and congrats.
Yeah, if true, you could say that about anything. What about this text here? This is exactly, is Mogey's Mrs. Sprogged up or WTF is happening?
Well, she better not be.
Well, exactly.
I'm shooting blanks.
Well, we don't know. I know you are, man.
Well, how could she be pregnant if I'm shooting blanks?
I don't know. I thought it was a miracle, but that's why I was so excited. I was like, oh, congrats. Because I know you're shooting blanks. Congrats.
There's nothing. I'm dead down there, Keyzie.
No, I know. I know you are, man. And we're not joking right now. You are. Like, it is.
Dead as a dodo.
Absolutely just rotten on the vine.
Some more text here on 3483.
And I don't know why you got to kick me while I'm down.
I'm not kicking. I'm just confused, man, because you keep lying to me about stuff.
Well, it's an amazing story because on one hand there's great joy and on the other hand there's sadness.
There is.
There's not great joy. The whole thing's bullshit. I don't understand. People are just texting through asking, like, congrats, Mogey, congratulations. Oh, my God, that's amazing. Can you name it Bird Shit Chris? Are you going to adopt Keyzie's baby? I'm not having a baby. Oh, God. I'm so confused.
Well, you know who's the most hurt out of all of this?
Who?
Pugson.
Why is that?
He's filthy.
Because he believed you.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, the old Big Show family just grows and grows.
No, it
fellas?
doesn't. It's not happening.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Soundgarden there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 4:37. And as you know, fellas, last night was my wife's opening night of her play.
Yeah.
Exciting times. I was actually very nervous. I was more nervous for her than I would be for myself doing a play.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you reckon your nerves could have thrown her off in any way?
No.
I think I'd be more nervous for myself.
Right, okay. Not because I thought she'd do a terrible job, but because I just wanted her to do well.
Also, you've got no control.
I've got no control over it. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
you always need control. I've noticed that about you. But for context too, for the audience, your
Yes.
wife is a very experienced actress, and she's been acting for a long time. And this was her first playback after quite a while, right?
A long time.
How long's the gap between plays?
Oh, geez, probably 10 years at least.
yeah, there you
right.
go.
So
Yeah.
there was nothing to be nervous about because she is a very experienced, very good actor.
Well, yes, indeed.
But-
I mean, I'm a catastrophizer.
Yeah.
And so I always think of the worst case scenario in any situation, Keyzie.
So in your brain, was she going out there and straight away forgetting all of her lines?
Something like that, yeah.
Or her
Yeah.
husband sort of walked out midway through the first act because he was desperate to go to the toilet, didn't go for a wee before the play started.
That may have happened.
Yeah.
But no, look, it was great. And she did a fantastic job. And I was very proud of her.
Did you cry?
No.
I'm going to go see it this Friday. And Pugs, you
I
coming?
think I'd like to. Yeah, I've got to have you down to the missus, but
and
I'd like
Mogey
to
as well.
Yeah.
So we will do a review of the play on Monday.
Yes.
Very excited.
Very
Anything
excited.
else happen, Jace?
Any adventures?
Yes, and then of course, the play ended. Look, one of the criticisms I
Were
had...
you just about to say eventually?
It went a bit long. It went a bit long.
Too much of your wife.
No, you
what you're
can't.
saying.
I can't get too much of my wife, Keyzie.
Can't get enough of it.
I can't get enough, man. And there was an interval, and I'm not a big fan of intervals.
How long?
Where you have to have sort of painful chit-chat with people. 15 minutes.
Oh, it's 8. It's like nothing.
Maybe even 20 even.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
But anyway, and then we had the sort of after-show stuff, and, you were great. Good stuff. And, you sort of a kiss on the cheek and chatting to all the people mobbing me. And actually, I had to do a little plug for the show afterwards on Sosh Med for them. They asked me to do that, which I was happy to do. So anyway, I'd parked down by the Titirangi Library, which I've parked in many, many times before. And by this stage, it was 11:15. And so I said goodbye to my wife because I came separately from her. And I went down to the car, got in the car, was driving off. And as I got to the exit, I noticed there were like 3 or 4 cars ahead of me. And I was like, hang on.
Hold up.
Hang about.
What the is going on here? And then I saw a woman get out of her car and just gesticulate violently. She was unhappy.
Oh.
So I got out of no, she wasn't doing that, Mogey. She got out of her car, I got out of my car, and we walked over, and there was a across the entrance. A gate that was not visible when you went in. There were no signs, apart from I noticed today when I went there to pick my car up, that there was a small sign in the corner of the car park.
All signs are small for you, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But this woman had been living in Titirangi for 40 years.
Oh, you got the rundown.
And she said, I park here all the time. This has never happened to me. So then she was effing and jeffing, and she was very funny. It was one of the funniest monologues I've ever seen on a phone. And she was also a lawyer. She was like, I am going to sue the ass off Len Brown.
Oh,
Really?
For
Getting stuck in a library.
But then it was one of those classic scenarios of no one answering the phone.
Yes.
It's like 10:30 p.m.
If you're trapped in this situation, if you're locked in, you call us on this number.
Oh, really?
No one answers.
I wouldn't answer either.
No one answers.
Yeah.
And so she's effing and jeffing. There's about 3 or 4 people behind me effing and there's about 7 people locked in there.
Were you effing and jeffing?
I was actually surprisingly chill because there was so much effing and jeffing going on around me. It could have sort of sucked it out of myself.
So they sucked all the effing and jeffing out of
They
you.
sucked all the effort.
In a car park.
I was literally laughing at this woman. She was brilliant. She was just going off. And then she eventually got hold of someone and they said, you've just got to back off a bit and it'll automatically open. And so we all backed off. And it was like,
That's so funny.
That's not automatically going to open. And then we looked underneath it and there was a padlock on it. So it was padlocked. And she was on the phone going, it didn't open. It's got an effing and bloody padlock on it. And they're like, has it? Has it? So in the end, I just went, bugger this. And I texted my wife and went home with her, fellas.
Yeah.
At about 20 past 11. I was filthy. Ruined my evening.
I hope you were effing and jeffing in the car on the way home with your wife and ruined the evening for her, did you?
Yeah, totally, man. That's all I talked about.
What book did you get out from the library?
Kama Sutra.
No, I already know all those ones, Mogey.
Parking for Dummies.
Here's White Stripes.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Tom Petty there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 4:49. Let's talk TV.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
Yes.
You can see how it starts.
Yeah, 100%.
Last night I watched Murder in Monaco on Netflix. It's a documentary.
I've seen that.
Have you seen that?
The trailers for it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a banking billionaire scumbag worth billions of dollars there, and there's a fire in his apartment, which is only a 5-story high apartment in Monaco, right? So you don't have to pay any tax. Scumbag. So he's got the penthouse apartment in this joint, 5-story building, 23-story underground car park.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Why are they doing that?
Oh, we didn't get into it because I was talking about the murder.
That doesn't
I
make
thought that
any
was very
sense.
interesting. Very interesting
Mogey,
indeed.
It should be the other way around.
Am I right?
You know what I mean?
Well, no, then you wouldn't have any car space.
No, but how is 5 floors worth of people?
I can only think that each of them are collectors of
Yes,
cars.
and they're
Ferraris and stuff.
multi-billionaires,
Yeah. Scumbags.
Keyzie, so they've probably got about 6 cars
What
each.
can I say? Dog squad money.
Dog squad, mate.
Yeah.
Dog
Thank
squad,
you.
yeah, sure.
Anyway, this fella, there's intruders. He goes into his safe room, his panic room. There's a fire. The fire department is called. It takes them 3 hours. They stand outside for 3 hours while the building's on fire before they decide to go in. And then it all gets pinned on a male nurse that is there because the guy's quite elderly. And there's lots of twists and turns because maybe it was the wife that's planned the whole thing. Now, the wife is her 4th marriage, and her 2nd husband, also a billionaire, he died in suspicious circumstances when it was ruled that he died of a suicide after he shot himself. That sounds fine, except that he shot himself in the chest twice.
Yeah, right, okay. But the weird thing about her is, why does she need to then shack up with another billionaire if she's just inherited lots of money from a
Keyzie,
billionaire?
this may come as a shock to you, man, but women need love too.
No, it's not about the love. It's just like if she was intentionally murdering this guy, you know what I mean? She's already just done it with another one.
Well, this is all part of the mystery. Anyway, we get to the end of it, and there is another pretty huge twist in the tale. It's really great because it's in Monaco. It's a stunning place.
Beautiful.
There's Russian mafia. There's heaps of cash. There's old, weird-looking women that have had too much plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I give it 3.5 buzzies.
Out of 5.
Out of a possible 5. On Netflix, it's called Murder in Monaco.
And the male nurse is a bit of a dodgy character too.
He's a weird-looking human. Have you seen it?
Yes.
He is a weird-looking dude, and immediately you think to yourself, he did it. And then a whole bunch of other stuff comes out, and you're like, he didn't do it. He's a Green Beret, Keyzie. He's a mad bastard.
Yeah, man. Well, obviously, fellas, I didn't watch TV last night. I was watching my wife.
How many buzzies?
5.
Nice. Her play, obviously. Last night, I watched the first
My
half.
wife doesn't have 5 buzzies, Keyzie.
No, I know.
How do you know?
Trust me.
Because no human has 5 buzzies, Jase.
Do you know that?
Yes. Well, I'm very broadly speaking, I don't think...
Based on your experience.
Based on my experiences.
I want you to Google
With
it
your
after
wife.
this segment.
What?
I want you to Google, has anyone ever had 5 buzzies?
Google it.
I'm not going to Google it. Oh, Google it. What was I saying?
Something about something.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your hump day's going off. You are, in fact, listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Toledo's.
From work days to workouts, Toledo's natural electrolyte drink keeps you balanced, refreshed and ready to go.
Sucking it hard.
Gulp, gulp, douche, douche.
Now you're drinking.
That's it. I don't think it works without... I think all of those have to be in there.
So I think the way to do it is that all three of us just yell something afterwards.
Gulp, gulp, douche is the winner, 100%.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, fellas, if you want to wrap your lips around a delicious Toledo's drink, fresh choice nationwide. They're also rolling them out in various New Worlds and pack and saves across the country. We're talking Devonport, Kumu, Palmerston North, Papakura, Pukekohe, Te Kaupata, Waiuku, and then pack and save Mill Street, Hamilton, New Plymouth, and Pukekohe. Or you can get them online, toledos.co.nz.
That's the way to go. Get them delivered to your door.
Delivered.
Toledo's delivered. There we go.
Is that something as well, is it?
Done and dusted.
That feels like it's nothing.
Yeah, that really works for me, that one, actually. I'm going to give that
really?
8
You like that
pussies
one?
out of 10.
Toledo's.
Yeah.
You guys that 8 out of 10.
Hey, now, Keyzie, what have we got coming up next? Because I'm still undecided on this. Are we talking Mogey's car or are we talking radio awards?
I think we should get into these radio awards.
Yeah, well, because I just want clarity around what you guys submitted.
Yes.
Because
I don't think it's any of your business, to be honest, but...
Well, I mean, I'm part of the show.
Well, just leave it to the big guns, Keyzie.
What do you mean the big guns? There are no big and
the
little
big guys.
We know we've got the experience. We know what the judges like.
Really?
So
Right, okay.
We'll look after you, mate. Don't worry about
How many radio awards have you won?
it.
I know the answer. The answer is 0.
It's quite unbelievable, really, isn't it?
It's bullshit is what it is.
Yeah, so we'll go through what we put forward this year because I just want to make sure we're entering the right categories and we're doing the right stuff.
But I've got an honorary doctorate in radio.
It's not a doctorate; it's a diploma.
You got a
Doctorate.
diploma once you learned how to turn it on.
So call me Dr. Hoyte, please.
No.
In the meantime, here's Kings of Leon.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Alison Chains here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 5:13 and we need a show meeting. Show meeting!
Show meeting! Show me the meeting!
Show meeting is now in progress.
I appreciate you guys coming to this meeting. Just a bit of Big Show admin involving the Radio Awards. Now, the Radio Awards come up later in the year, but they were all due last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys said that you would take on the sort of the admin and the running of the actual submissions when it
Yes.
comes to what we are entering.
Yeah, that's right. Well, as you pointed out earlier, Keyzie, we've never won a radio award, and Jason and I were having a chat at our weekly meeting. And decided it was probably because we haven't been in charge of what actually goes in.
Right, okay.
Well, we haven't had our sort of our fingerprints on the quality control of those submissions.
And absolutely,
With us.
in all fairness to Pugsan, I mean, he works his ass off, but he
doesn't get it.
He sometimes, he just sometimes can be just a bit skew-if, that's all. Yeah. Just a bit,
PC
just
gone mad.
Yeah, a bit PC.
Gone mad. What are you talking about? Right, okay, well, that's fine. And to be honest, I think it's great that you guys are taking more of an interest in our submissions. It's great. I just want to know, what did we enter? For example, best segment. That's a pretty hotly contested one. Did we enter that? Best segment?
We did. That one was What's on the Tea with Me, Dinner with Me, Keyzie. And that's the one where people call in, or text in, with what they're having for dinner. You read them out off the text machine, and then Jason and I bag it.
And to be honest with you, Keyzie, I'm quietly confident on that one.
Because it used to be... What's for tea, New Zealand with me, Keyzie.
That's what we should have entered, because that makes more sense.
No, but we've entered that before and it got nowhere.
Have we? Didn't even get a finalist.
No, so we've sort of played with the name of it over the last 5.5 years. Can you believe it? We think we're onto a winner. You can't enter everything, Keyzie.
Okay. Right.
What's on the tea with me, dinner with me, Keyzie?
Yeah. That just doesn't make any sense, though. Okay. Flag. Okay, who cares? That's great. Just for the record, I would have entered Meat Patty Nip 69 because it's a great segment. We've got heaps of advice and it's got a cool sing song.
Yeah,
that's what I would.
See, that's the thing. So that just reinforces that we were in the right to take the
right.
Exactly.
Well,
yes.
what best sting? Now, best sting is a big one. If you don't know what a sting is, for example, this is a sting.
Friday.
Just a little pop.
Not a very good one, but yes.
Well, okay, because that was actually the one I was going to enter.
Again, Pugs, just a little bit skew-if on that one, but that's...
But then you've got Keyzie here that wants to enter that one.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good sting.
This is the one that we entered here.
Jase. Yeah. Very, very good. Nailed it.
It's literally just the word jizz.
No, but it sounds like it's in a huge auditorium or something. It gives scale and size. See, it's echoing.
But
like in a canyon.
You can see how other radio stations and shows are putting forward all these really elaborate ones, and all we're putting forward is
jizz. Simplicity is key, Keyzie.
Yeah,
but right. What do you mean? The name of my last segment is What's on the Dinner with Me, Tea with Me, Keyzie.
Yeah.
That's not simple.
But that's got a ring to it.
Did we at least enter Pugs and Producer of the Year?
He's got a long and fruitful career in front of him.
It's right, so we didn't even enter him.
It's just...
Well, you're saying that you want to enter him, Keyzie. I mean, if you want to enter Pugs...
I want to enter Pugs.
You want to enter Pugs.
Into the radio.
Well, that's between you and Pugs, all right?
No. Did we go for best feel-good moment?
Yes, we did. That was easy.
Okay, well, what the hell did we enter for that?
Isn't it obvious?
What?
Your baby announcement.
I'm not having a baby.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Bit of bush for your Wednesday afternoon. Now, Mogey's had a bit of a car nightmare. Mogey, why don't you re-inform the audience of your dilemma thus far?
That's a great idea, Jase. So we've got a Toyota Aqua. Everybody loves them.
Hatchback.
Most stolen car in the whole country for a reason.
Yeah.
Just great car. We'd had it for about 5 minutes when the battery shat itself. So we had to do an insurance job, get a new battery. The insurance company would only give us a refurbished battery instead of a new one. We wanted a new one, obviously. They just gave us an old one.
Yes.
Or a refurbished one. And that had a 12-month warranty on it. And then the battery buggered out after 13 months. So we took the insurance company to small claims court, and while we're going through that process, we parked the car up outside a mate's place, who then promptly went away to work on a film for 5 months. And my wife then, a couple of weeks ago, or last week, went to get something out of the car and found it was gone. She called me and said, the car's gone. I said, well, hopefully it's stolen, but it might have been towed. So she looked into it a little bit further, and it turns out that because the car had been sitting there for as long as it had, Auckland Transport sold it.
Yes.
And kept all the money.
Unbelievable.
I've never heard of this.
No,
it's
neither have I. Neither have I.
It's bullshit. So my question is, why didn't they email us?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
See, that seems crazy because they'd have all your details. They have your registration. They have your full name.
Yes.
Like your details would be in the system.
Thank you, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we got some bit more information has come through on this one. So as it turns out, parking warden attended the vehicle, issued infringements for expired registration and warrant of fitness, and applied tyre chalk marks. So that's probably a fine of about $400.
It is.
That we're looking at there. So that was on the 20th of October last year. A month later, the abandoned vehicle investigator visited the vehicle and applied yellow notices to both the front and rear of the vehicle.
Right.
Those are to tell you to get in touch and just make sure, let them know that in fact it hasn't been abandoned. Of course, we didn't know that those have been. How are we meant to know?
Because your mate's away.
He's away.
So he would have spotted it otherwise.
He would have spotted it, but he didn't spot it because he wasn't there. Then he comes back another month later and finds that the vehicle is still in the same location with no change to its registration status. Well, how could it if we didn't know?
Yeah.
We're having an argument with an insurance company. We can't get a warrant or a registration until we've sorted that out. So then they tow it. Then they run an ad. So the best way to get in touch with people is to run an ad in the New Zealand Herald, because that's how you find these things out. The vehicle was advertised in the New Zealand Herald in an attempt to contact the owner.
Really?
Is that how you
So there
do
was
it?
an ad in the Herald
Yeah, there was an ad in
with
the Herald.
with old Mogey's broken Aqua. That is so funny.
So it was famous. Now, they also said they sent a couple of letters to our address to let us know.
Right, okay, good.
But we'd moved. So how are we supposed
So
to
you
know
didn't
about
change
that?
your address?
Keyzie.
You didn't put the mail forwarding on?
Keyzie.
What?
Whose side are you on, man?
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. Okay. It's just starting to get a clear picture of who's at fault here is all.
Then, on the 16th of January, after being held in storage for 35 days, excluding public holidays, the vehicle was sold to an approved vendor, dismantled it for parts, got $1,770 for it. Total cost incurred for storing the vehicle and for the advertising in the New Zealand Herald
Which is so random.
came to $1,920.47, leaving Auckland Transport at a loss of $160.47. So there's a small victory there.
Yeah, well, true.
So,
Far out. What a palaver.
It is a palaver. I will say, look, should my wife, and look, we're not going to point the finger of blame at anyone, should my wife have changed the address for the vehicle? Sure.
well, shouldn't you have done that as well? I mean, why is it your wife? I mean, especially.
Oh, that's a good point too. But just as an example.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Should my wife have changed the address? Sure. That's easy to say. But wouldn't it also have been easy to use the email address attached rather than run an ad in the New Zealand Herald for 2 days, fellas?
Yes.
So I'm calling on Mayor Leonard Brown to come down here
And
into the studio and look me in the eye and tell me that he thinks this is fair, because apparently this guy, Leonard, is a man of the people.
Leonard.
What's his name?
Len.
Leonard, yeah, is a man of the people. And if he thinks this is fair and not bureaucratic nonsense, I'd like to hear it from the man himself. So anybody out there that knows Leonard, you tell him. Oh, actually, isn't his name Wayne?
Wait,
His name is Wayne Brown.
is it Wayne? Who's Len Brown?
He used to be a mayor a while ago.
Oh, he's the guy that had the Ngāti Whātua room.
Nothing but to a room. So I'd like to get Wayne down here for a
To be
chit
honest,
chat.
I'd be open to having a chat with Leonard as
Yeah,
well.
get Len down here too. An absolute disgrace. A man's car sold out from under him in this day and age.
I mean, it still seems like you should put the mail forwarding on, but
I know. Well, I'll tell you, man. But
It's PC
well, no, not
gone
her.
mad.
I'm not. It's not PC gone mad. Up next, Liam Dan, by the way, to chat stocks and Kiwi savings.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Cake there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. We've got Liam Dan, editor-at-large, business editor-at-large for the New Zealand Herald. And the reason we've got you in, Liam, is because I'm concerned about the markets at the moment.
Yeah, well, there's good reason to be concerned. It's a worrying time.
Yeah, it's a very volatile time.
yes,
It is. And what's interesting about this is because my wife, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are the same.
My wife.
Sorry, Liam. She has a Sharesies account. And every week she puts, a little bit of money aside and then puts into Sharesies and is like growing a little nest egg there, which is great.
Yeah.
And her attitude towards everything that's happening at the moment is it's a long play anyway. This is what shares are. You hold on to them for a long time. Whereas Jase, you've got a shares account with billions of dollars in it by the sounds of it.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say billions.
You're at hundreds of thousands, Liam.
So are
Hundreds
you
of thousands.
trading? Are you sort of wheeling and
Have
dealing?
you heard of
and,
Sharesies, Liam?
Yeah.
I'm doing sharesies.
Yeah, so he's doing sharesies. But while my wife is being very like, no, it's all about long term, so don't panic, Jase is very much freaking out.
Yeah, don't look at your KiwiSaver maybe right now. It's,
No.
some
What's
good
that?
advice.
Hey,
That's Sharesies, but they take, anyway.
well, the thing is, with me, I'm what you'd call a bit of a rogue investor.
Yeah.
You know, I like your high return, your high risk type scenario.
Yep.
For example, I invested in a company, Dilly's Dongs and Thongs.
How much did you put into that?
It was just a small investment. It was about 100K.
There's more sweat equity as well.
Yeah, and it's very volatile. 100K, and that was about 2 weeks ago. I've already lost 50.
Well, I mean, the plastics industry
Yes.
is very exposed to the
Because
the
of
price
the
of oil.
petroleum.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the other issue, of course, you get, Jase, is you see the sort of the events that are happening in the Middle East, and some can see them as some see it as a humanitarian crisis, where others could see it as an opportunity. Jase saw it as an opportunity and put $40,000 into landmines.
Yeah.
But of course, they haven't been using those.
So just going sideways on the landmines? Or?
Yeah. Well, I tossed up between landmines and sea mines, and I went land.
Yes.
Well, that's the problem.
Then it was like 40,000 on that, and then that dropped to 10.
If you went sea,
I
would've made a
also,
fortune.
I've also invested in another company because I'm outside the box, Magic Merkins. And because I thought, again, a kind of rogue
What's a
industry.
merkin?
A merkin's like a fake pubic hair.
Oh, like a wig for your
For your pubes.
it's like
yeah.
a hair hat.
Yeah, it's like a hair hat for your
feeling.
genitals.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you don't put it on your genitals, Keyzie.
What do you do with
Just
it?
sits
Well,
atop.
A top. I
Like a
mean,
hat.
Yeah, like a hat.
Yeah, right, okay.
Shouldn't that be recession-proof?
Well, you would think so, Liam. But in all honesty, and on a serious note for a second, I've seen, and I've got a very small investment in sharesies, but I have seen a massive drop in the value of shares. Is it a situation now where I just sell up, just go get out of there before it all comes tumbling down?
I think Keezie's wife's got it right. I mean, don't panic is good. Like that's a good rule almost for anything, right? Like,
Yes.
There's never really a good reason to panic. You can be concerned and you can worry, and but look, the big variable is nobody knows how long Mr. Trump is going to want to keep this war going.
Yes.
And that's what's spooking people.
Yeah.
If it just
Markets
goes on.
don't like uncertainty, Liam.
No, nobody does really. I mean, we always say that in business, but
I thrive on uncertainty, actually. Look, we'll hold it there and we'll come back.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Strokes there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. We've got Liam Dan, business editor at large from the New Zealand Herald, because, it's a very volatile time in the world at the moment, particularly the financial markets. And we were just talking off air before, Liam, and Keyzie was saying that his wife, she's very particular. She does her research. She looks into every company that she invests in, whereas I just go off my gut, my instinct.
yeah, just gut feel.
A gut feel.
vibe.
The vibe, if you will.
Well, look, this is a good point just to say that it's illegal for me to give financial advice here. I'm not going to not endorse that. I mean,
Right,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
But if the FMA, Financial Markets Authority, is listening,
Yeah.
You could be in trouble.
talk to your
Financial
registered
advisor.
financial advisor. We should
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that somewhere, right?
Well,
Because people will take this
They will.
to heart.
Well, Jase's trick is with his gut. Whatever his gut
Guts.
says, he does the opposite.
Yeah,
Because he knows his gut can't be trusted. His gut is well known as being a total idiot.
Well, particularly, Liam, if I've just had like some spicy dumplings, I'm not trusting the gut
No.
at any point. But so is that true then? You can't actually give advice
I
in
can
your
give-
position?
I can do analysis and commentary, but they're very, because they don't want me spruiking some stock and then
Crashing
going and
the market.
or trading off the back of it or something like that. So I don't really trade stocks. I'm pretty conservative.
Right, okay.
Sort of missionary meat and two potatoes sort of style.
Yeah, I guess that's me.
When I think of Liam Dan, that's what I think of. Liam, while we've got you here, do you think in uncertain times like this, it's a good time to look into alternative investment areas? For example, instead of your share markets and your real estate, et cetera, buying something that could be collectible one day that is in short supply. Like, for example, I know someone who just spent over $1,000 on a limited edition Lego set.
Yeah.
That's
smart.
You know what I mean? Things like that. Have you heard much about that area of investing?
I've got a mate who does that. Yeah, look, I mean, that stuff always seems to go up, doesn't it? I mean, that stuff's tied to the collapse of everything, right? Like, so as long as everything doesn't go all Mad Max, then you're going to have, like, people who collect sneakers and Lego and that's probably all pretty good. But
what about non-fungible tokens? Also known as NFTs.
Oh, those.
They were big,
good,
right? Did
man.
any of you guys get those cartoon monkeys?
I spent about $400,000 on one of those bastards, and now it's worth 8 cents.
It'll go back, though.
Oh, it'll come back. Don't worry about that. Jake Paul wants it.
What about animal pelts?
Well, that's part of the Merkin.
Well, certainly. I tell you what, you guys may chuckle and laugh at that, but the old Merkin industry and the pelt industry, your fake hairs, your animal hairs, they're going off. And you'll always have, fake hair and animal hair in the world, won't you?
100%, especially for old Mogey. He wears a hair hat.
I wear a hair hat.
He does.
Not tied to the petroleum industry. That's where we're seeing a lot of volatility. So, a lot of petrol and Lego's plastic. It's maybe an issue, but if you've already bought it.
But you've already bought it.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. I just want to let everyone know that I'm the guy
But
who
you're not
bought
allowed
it.
to play with it. You know that, right?
No, that's
it's got to stay in the box.
I genuinely did buy 3 weeks ago a limited edition Pokemon Lego set.
For $1,000.
For $1,000.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
There's nothing cooler than a dad with a Lego collection that the kids aren't allowed to touch.
Yeah, allowed to play with.
Sadly, Keezie's shooting blanks. But I agree that the Lego set is an incredible investment because we are going to be getting our money's worth out of that over the next 12 months on this show. Thanks very much,
really
Keezie.
good to learn.
Appreciate that, brother.
Hey, Liam Dan, business editor at large for the New Zealand Herald. Thanks for your advice, mate.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm going to sell up.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Wednesday's going off. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Toledo's.
Why pause your thirst? Defeat it with Toledo's.
Drink it with your mouth.
More like Yum Lidos.
Jase, you got to
do one as well.
Now you're drinking.
No, that's an old one. Come on, man. Are you into this or not?
I've already nailed it. I mean, you two are the ones struggling.
What do you mean? Now
those two attempts were pathetic.
More like Yum Lidos. I reckon that's great. What did you say?
You can't even remember. It was so pointless.
I blacked out and when I came to, everyone was just loving it.
You blacked out when you came to. Hoyte J was fuming.
1 out of 10 buzzies for both of those.
Jace. This is the problem. This is all stemmed from this whole come dine with me thing. Yeah. Jace has got a taste for what it's like to give out terrible reviews.
He's got the power.
He's got the power, and now he's tripping on it.
He's a shocking bastard.
You're a shocking bastard.
I'm just taking the power back, fellas.
Oh, no, you're not. You're getting carried away with it, mate.
Now, listen, I was going to tell a story about this lovely woman that I met in the supermarket.
I thought that's what's coming up next.
But I've got a feeling you guys are going to take the absolute piss here.
No, I want to hear about it.
Not only do I want to hear, I know that you've been talking to our boss Toddy about it, and he said it was an absolute gem.
He
told
say
me
that?
He did.
One of Jace's yarns. Far out. You've got to tell it, man. Jace, you have to tell this yarn.
You simply must. So that's up next.
I don't want no 6 out of 10 yarn either. I want I'm excited.
As long as it's some kind of Hoyte J, best in the world, number one sort of a setup.
Yeah, or like a strange encounter with like a bit of a kooky person, That's what I'm after.
Or a combination of the two.
Yeah. It's a nice shirt, by the way, man.
Here's the red hot chili peppers.
Why so grumpy?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Stereophonics here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. The time is 12 minutes past 6 o'clock. Fellas, geez, pretty crazy thing happened to me in the supermarket the other day.
Was it a strange encounter?
It was a lovely encounter.
Strange encounters.
of the Hoyte kind. So I was in the supermarket and I'd bought some buns, some wipes. Not for me, for the bench.
The buns?
And a few other little bits and pieces that we needed, Keyzie, around the place. Odds and sods, Mogey. And anyway, I was going up, and in the CBD, it's a bit different at the supermarket because there's no tellers. It's all self-serve.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's slightly more sophisticated kind of people in the CBD.
Self-serving people like you, yeah.
You know, where you just serve yourself.
Yeah, 100%. I can see why you moved there.
Anyway, I was in the self-service area.
Serving yourself?
Serving myself. When all of a sudden, out of the blue, I noticed a lady next to me. She knocked over her little carrier there, and all her stuff fell on the ground.
Oh, no.
Pissed off her head.
And so I, being the gentleman that I am, went over and said, let me help you. And I was picking up all her stuff and putting it back in her little carrier there.
Her basket.
And she said, thank you. And then she looked up at me and she said to me, you're a very handsome man.
Then what happened?
Is that the yarn?
And I went, thank you, that's very kind.
So hang on.
It's more than kind.
What, she's just... So you what you've done is you've taken up a radio break to tell us a story about someone saying you're handsome.
Well, I just thought it was quite cute.
What part of it's cute? You've said nothing about her. I don't know. She could be 10 or 1,000 years old. I've got no idea.
Mid-80s.
Right.
Milky eyes.
Well, that was when I noticed that it actually stood on her glasses while I was picking everything up.
Right, okay. So she was looking at the silhouette of you, thought you looked handsome.
That's right. And then I thought...
Oh, young man, because she would have said, that's clearly a child based on what I can make out.
So then I thought, that's a cute story to tell my wife.
Right.
And she fired up.
Oh, did she?
She was like, does she go there all the time, did she?
Yeah.
And I was, I don't know, it's the first time I bumped into her. And she was like, well, I'm just going to hang out there and you can come with me and tell me what she looks like. I'm going to smack the B-arch.
Your wife's got beef with everyone, eh?
So
I don't know.
I thought that was a cute little story.
You said you got home and you noticed your watch was missing.
I don't own a watch, Mogey.
That was a great story, Jase.
Thanks, fellas.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Offspring there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now listen up, great news and big news for all you rugby league fans out there. Magic Round is coming back May 15th, 16th, 17th. And if you want to be a part of it, then you need to listen up right now.
Yeah.
Douche. Douche.
Mogey.
I told you he's broken. He snapped today.
He is. We're heading back to Brisbane, man. Magic Round. It's every single team in the NRL playing at Suncorp Stadium over 3 days. It is a party. It is our third time going. I am fizzed up and I'm stoked. We're going with boystrip.co.nz, sports travel made easy. If your mates and you are hopeless at organising big trips,
yes,
just book it through boystrip.co.nz. You'll be at the same functions and stuff as we are, the same seating area. So you'll be part of the trip.
Yeah, man.
The news is, however, tomorrow...
Big news.
We will start... Mogey, we will start tomorrow putting people in the draw to join us for free.
In a drawer?
Yeah, we're going to start putting people in a drawer. In like a drawer. No, Mogey, what's wrong with him, man?
I told you, man, he's snapped. He's broken.
Tomorrow on the show, Cue to Calls will play. When you hear it, you call us 0800 Hauraki. You get yourself in the drawer to join us.
Have you got a, what does the Cue to Call sound like?
I don't know. I don't have it yet.
Oh.
I think last year we had about 180,000 people rang
In
up.
the draw.
Yeah, and it ended up in the draw, yeah. That's right. They were in the draw.
I don't know if it was 180,000.
It was 180,000.
Where'd you get that number? I feel
That's
just
taken into account that there's you and a mate. So it was only 90,000,
still, I don't know if it was 90,000. I mean,
I was definitely 90,000, Keyzie.
where'd you get that on the dot?
Oh, no, 93,278.
Who gave you that number?
Just the marketing people.
We don't have any
Bogsy.
marketing people.
Bogsy
the
did.
CEO, gave you that number.
Yeah.
Bogsy told you how many people we got in the draw for Magic Round.
Bogsy.
You can't just say Bogsy back at me yet.
If you want to be a CEO, look, now Pugs is broken in Studio B.
He's got his head in his hands.
He has.
16 NRL teams, 3 days, Suncorp Stadium. It is every rugby league fan's ultimate long weekend.
Jase, you love it, don't you, mate?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm fizzing. The only bad news is, for me, is I was going to do a Sugar and Spice gig down in Welly on the 17th for the comedy festival. I can't do that anymore.
Oh, those 15 people will be gutted.
No, they were at the town hall, Keyzie.
Is that big?
Not really.
Oh.
I'm a bit upset as well because I'm not drinking booze this year, but it seems like a waste, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
So
we'll have to review that closer to the time, maybe.
We're in international waters, man. It's fine. Come on, Mogey. No, I don't want to be an encouraging guy, responsibly, of course, and I support you
Kia ora.
in your pursuit of not drinking.
Thanks, mate.
Well,
Thanks a lot.
It's going to be pretty fun over there, though. So tomorrow on the show, when you hear the cue to call 0800 Hauraki, get yourself in the draw. You don't want to miss it.
There's Pluto.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
There you go, you mad bastards. We got there in the end. Mogey was broken by the end of today's show, but nonetheless, we've reached the end, fellas, which is great news. Hey, what's the podcast outro clip today, Keyzie? Oh, God. Quickly.
Today's clip is just called Play.
What always got me was that that the laughs often aren't where you think they are. The laughs are,
Yes.
you get surprised.
Exactly that.
Now, is there a laugh there?
It's the same
Yes.
as
Like
stand-up.
that, yeah.
Exactly.
Because you come out and you're wearing your Fonzie outfit. And people are just,
Mogey, we're having like a proper convo here.
I know. I'm sorry.
That was us genuinely discussing Jase's wife's play, and Mogey couldn't help
Couldn't help it, could he?
but make fun of me by calling me Fonzie.
We should have seen the signs early on, Keyzie, from the podcast with old Mogey.
Shocking bastard.
Well,
What
I
are you
don't
up to tonight,
understand.
Keezy, man?
Huh? Going out for dinner.
Oh, what are you going to have?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the menu yet. But I'm going out for dinner with...
Because you normally have a look at the menu before you go to the restaurant.
Not me. My wife does.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it. That's part of being at the restaurant is reading the menu.
Yes, I agree.
But we're going there with my wife, her cousin, who has come to stay with us for a few nights.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean, oh, yeah?
Did you get a few bottles of wine in?
Last night, did you, Keyzie?
No,
you
we
crack
didn't.
open the wines with the cousin?
We didn't. No, we had a cup of tea and watched that Louis Theroux documentary, which I'll talk about on the show tomorrow.
Couple of wines tonight, maybe.
Probably, yeah, it's a restaurant.
Thus the
No.
wide open shirt.
No.
And, straining singlet.
Belt buckle, no. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. What are you doing tonight, Jase?
I'm going to walk home, put my tunes on, chat to my daughter. My wife's got to play again, of course, tonight,
Oh,
fellas.
yes.
So, and then I might pop out a little bit later on and get myself something to eat. Probably have to get something for my daughter to eat, because apparently I still have to feed her.
Can you not take out all your anger issues with your daughter on the show, man?
Why don't you get her because you're paying? She should go and pick it up.
Yeah, true. True.
He'll totally
Sort
pick
of.
it up. He'll pick it
Oh,
up.
yeah, 100%.
Mogey, what are you doing tonight, man?
Got a little bit of a dinner myself, actually, Keezy.
A little bit of work.
A little bit of work, probably, as well. Got to tidy the house, having some people over. You know what it's like. Got to have a bit of a family meeting, getting the cat has been de-sexed tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
Those
you know what that is,
Massive
Keezy?
balls getting lopped off, are they?
No, she's having the ovaries removed instead.
That's great.
Check out the Instagram. See you tomorrow.